Today.
19 minutes past 8. Well, we're so proud of her, aren't we? Sam Kerr. She leads the Matildas up front. She bangs in goals for fun. She scored another 2 over the weekend for Chelsea in the Super League in the United Kingdom. She is now a children's book author. This book is called Sam Kerr Kicking Goals, The Flip Out. And I spoke to her earlier from Dublin in Ireland.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's actually about me, believe it or not. It's my story in like a kid's version. I just wanted kids to be able to read about, my journey to where I am today and my, experiences going through school, going through, growing up, playing sport, being a girl, all those types of things. So hopefully young girls and boys growing up now can relate to it and enjoy reading it.
What was the inspiration for this book, Sam?
Yeah, I just thought there was really nothing out there that kind of allowed young kids to kind of get to know me or other female athletes for that matter, but know me really on a personal level. They always just see the 90 minutes I play in a game, and there's so much more that goes into being an athlete than just, what people see. So I wanted kids to kind of be able to relate to, the difficult process of getting to being an athlete or, just school life and all that. So I just wanted to bridge the gap between athletes and kids growing up.
For Perth audiences and WA audiences, there's a lot of familiar scenes here. There's East Fremantle Primary School. There's South Fremantle Footy Club. The setting is, as you say, it's where you grew up. It's your story.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what I wanted it to be. I wanted kids to read it and then be able to have conversations with me about it and it be real and authentic from me. So like you said, there's real places in there that I grew up. Dad coached at South Freo and the characters in the book are all real characters. So yeah, it's exciting.
I believe your sister had a big part in inspiring you to do this. Is that right?
Yeah, my sister's a school teacher and she thought that there was nothing really out there too. So hopefully she can get it into her school when she's back.
It's been sort of well chronicled that your journey towards soccer came after they wouldn't let you play footy. How big a message do you think that is, and how much do you think the landscape has changed for girls? I mean, I think even since you started your professional career in sport, that the options certainly in this country seem to be much more wide open for young girls.
Yeah, and I think that the book kind of touches on it. I think, it's really important that kids should feel okay to do what they want and feel confident in, I was a little tomboy and I was the odd one out playing sports, but now there's so many opportunities for young girls to grow up and play whatever sport they want and feel comfortable doing that because there's so many girls teams, girls leagues. I feel like it's more normal now for kids to be involved, young girls to be involved in sport than it was when I was a kid. I remember I didn't tell people I was a young girl for ages. I had short hair and wanted to say that I was one of the boys. So that's part of what the book's about.
How have your last 12 to 18 months been, Sam? I mean, it's been a whirlwind. It feels as though it was only 5 minutes ago to me that we were all watching you and your Matildas teammates in the Olympic Games. But as I sort of suggested, there's no rest for the wicked.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a break this time, but no, it's been crazy. And on top of that, we're all living in this, well, you guys aren't in Perth, but the rest of the world's in this pandemic. So I haven't been able to get home. But yeah, it's what I love doing. So I'm enjoying it and trying to make the most of it because your athlete career is only short.
How is it life in the UK at the moment? For those of us who sort of only see it on the media reports, what's your experience been like? And you touched on closed borders. I'm sure you'd love to get home. I'm sure Roger and Roxy would love to get and see you play. Yeah,
that's the thing. Mum and Dad are, dying to get over. But life in London's great. I've been enjoying it. There's no masks. It's just back to normal there. So I think I've heard a few times that on the news that it's bad, but from where I live, it's really nice. It's been great weather, and life's back to normal. So hopefully Australia can get to that point at one stage too.
You're in reasonable form, at least judging by the weekend against Everton.
Yeah, not bad. I think whenever you score 2 goals, it's nice. But I'm just slowly easing myself back into it, I guess. I had a little bit of a break and a little bit of a mental break after the Olympics, so I'm enjoying myself.
And for those people who aren't sort of following closely the Premier League or the Super League as it's called, we're just 2 games into a young season. How are Chelsea looking this year?
Yeah, I mean, we're the title holders at the moment, so it's ours to lose, I think. We had a bit of a rough start against Arsenal, but it's a long season, so we're looking pretty good, and hopefully we can keep that title down at Chelsea.
And obviously the build towards the World Cup here in 2023 on home soil.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be amazing, isn't it? I think hopefully we get some games in Perth, fingers crossed. Not sure if the Matildas will draw out in Perth, but hopefully. But yeah, it's going to be an amazing experience, and pinching myself every day that we're going to have a home World Cup and I'm going to get to play in front of family and friends and the rest of a home crowd in Australia. It's going to be amazing.
Well, we can't wait. Sam, thanks so much for your time this morning. You have been an inspiration for a long time for all Aussie kids, not just girls. I reckon all Aussie kids who want to do big things on the big stage. And this book, Sam Kerr, Kicking Goals, just another way to tell that story, I suppose. So well done.
Thank you very much.
Sam Kerr joined me earlier from Dublin in Ireland. What a superstar she is. The book is called Kicking Goals, The Flip Out. It's great fun. It's a good read, some fun little illustrations in it too. But your kids will absolutely love it, especially if you've got some sporting-minded kids in the family. 8:26, 11 degrees in Perth.